Good morning. Welcome to Rooted and Relevant. And our daily focus today is going to be in John chapter 1, starting in verse number 15, going down to verse number 18. And can I say that we have been relating to the weather of the rest of the nation with some colder weather. I'm glad that today is supposed to start the change and get back into the 60s and 70s each day. But it has reminded us a little bit of our time in the north and felt a little bit familiar. But we're glad that it's shorter lived down here. We are praying for those of you in the country, though, that are facing extreme and long lasting cold and snow and all of the stuff that comes with it. I know it does get a little tiring. Well, we are going to talk about grace upon grace today. And so, John, under inspiration in verse 15, talking of John the Baptist, said, John bare witness of him, Christ, and cried, saying that this was he of whom I spake. He that cometh after me is preferred before me, and he was before me. And so here it is, an indication that reminds us that Jesus Christ did not get his start in a manger in Bethlehem, that Jesus Christ has always been. He is indeed God. And so John is saying, oh, I may have been born 6 months before him, but he was before me, and he is preferred before me. Verse number 16, and of his fullness have all we received. Really, the goal of the Christian life is not heaven. That is our eternity. That is our destiny. We know that we have that for sure. But the goal of the Christian life is to be like Jesus, is to be conformed to his image. It's this process of sanctification, of looking more like Jesus and less like us. And sometimes the rapture and glorification that happens at that moment, when we actually will reach that process of becoming like Jesus, is referred to as the fullness of Christ. And so everything that we see Jesus Christ on this earth portraying, we're to emulate. And so John is talking about, and of his fullness have we received, and grace for grace. In other words, this grace of God just keeps going. And when you have received one blessing, it is followed by more blessing. And these realities of who Jesus is and what it means to be in Christ, and what does it mean to be able to live for him and to be able to model his character and to be able to learn more about him. The more we learn about Jesus, it's not restrictive, it's freedom. The more we learn about Jesus, it is not a burden, it is a blessing. And so John the Baptist is reminding us that Jesus is the one who is the agent of freedom. He definitely is a problem to our sinful flesh and our selfish tendencies. Who he is contrary to selfishness. He is love, and selfishness is all about ourselves. And he opposes every bit of that. So yes, when I want to be selfish, God seems like the barrier. He seems like the one who's getting in the way of me just being selfish. He tells me I shouldn't, and that I don't have to live that way. I don't have to go into bondage. And yet when I want that, it seems like Jesus and his righteousness, Jesus and his character is the problem. It's not. Jesus is the agent of grace. He's the one who provides freedom. And so this is a wonderful phrase. And where the law was so limited and so condemning. Jesus in his grace, as we learn more about him, just presents more and more freedom in Christ to serve him and to love him and to allow that to be transferred to the people around us and to be able to show them who Christ is. That's what that phrase, grace for grace, is really talking about. For the law was given by Moses, but grace and truth came by Jesus Christ. No man hath seen God at any time. The only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father, he hath declared him. So here we have this opportunity to see what God is doing when he manifested himself in the flesh as the Son of God, is that no man has seen God in heaven. Nobody has experienced that, but God in his grace took on the form of flesh so we could see him, so that we could better understand him, and we could emulate those moral character traits that he lived and taught, so that people could come to a right conclusion about Jesus. And the grace that we're receiving to be able to learn him and to love him more is the opportunity for us to then extend it to those who likewise need grace each and every moment of every day. God bless you. I hope you have a great time. Family Research Council is taking me to Washington to do some chapter initiative launches that they're looking for, and so I will be gone for a couple of days, but I'm going to try to catch you from my hotel room, and so I look